Well, hello everyone. It's Daniel Stoneman here, Director of Explore Careers, and I'm thrilled to welcome to the executive series of the Explore Careers podcast. We have Paolo Beltrame, who is the Managing Director of Schindler Group Australia. Really appreciate your time this morning, and thanks for joining us.
Very good morning, Daniel. It's my great pleasure actually to be with you.
Thank you very much. And look, our audience is obviously students, career advisors and parents. Obviously, I've just introduced Schindler Group Australia. There may be some students out there, career advisors and parents, who may be scratching their head thinking, I may have seen that brand, but who are they and what do they actually do? So I was hoping you could just give us a bit of a snapshot about who Schindler Group Australia are and what you do.
Yes, sure. Schindler Lifts Australia is part of the Schindler Group, that is a multinational organization based in Switzerland. Is almost 150 years old company, listed in the stock exchange in Zurich, but still managed by the Schindler family. We work in the vertical transportation industry. That means elevator and escalator, basically. So if they have heard somehow the Schindler name is when they move maybe up and down in their own building, or when they take an escalator in a shopping mall, in an airport. This is the core of our business.
Absolutely. I think it's probably just turn the light switch on there. I think now the listeners will be thinking, that's where I've seen the brand before. I've gone up the elevator, come back down again, jumped on the escalators, at the airport, at the shopping centre. That's now probably starting to resonate, obviously, the brand and obviously the product. So I guess from our perspective is all about obviously educating young people at school about their future career options. Now, going back a little bit, do you remember what you did at school and perhaps maybe in terms of subjects that you chose? And did you know at school what you wanted to do when you left school?
Yeah, sure. I'm Italian, so maybe a little bit different the education system in Italy, but I also graduate from a technical school with the aeronautical stream. So a technical stream, and end of my school career, I was looking to enter, and I was thrilled and looking to enter in an industry that was really giving me opportunities to learn, opportunities to grow in the future, to also have a career. That's how I started. I'm still in the elevator business after 30 years, so it seems it worked well with me.
Absolutely. And I guess your journey from obviously being at school, what did you do when you left school? Did you go to a college or university? And I guess from that point to now being obviously growing up in Italy and now being obviously the CEO of Schindler Group Australia, what was your journey from obviously leaving school, as you said, being in the business for a long time, but what did that journey look like from when you first started the business to now obviously running the Australian operation?
Yeah, I entered my first elevator company immediately after school, and I start with the basics. So I start as a technician. I was very lucky, to start in a company that was really giving me the opportunity to learn, to really learn the specific skills that are required for this business with experienced people. That was the beginning. I spent almost 5 years in these technical roles. And when I felt myself ready, I decided to start my own company. So I started my own elevator company when I was about 25 years old. I've been entrepreneur for 10 years. I grew a startup company, from greenfield to be market leader in the geographical area where where the company was based, Rome, my hometown in Italy. And then I felt that I reached somehow, a point where I was not really able to learn more or different things. So I decided to sell my own company to Schindler Group, and that's how I entered the second part of my working life, let's say, and my career with Schindler started. And the goal for me was to go and make experience abroad. So since then I spent few years still driving my former own company, introducing to the Schindler world my own company. And then I went for international assignment. So in the last roughly 10 years, I've been living and working in Egypt, in Saudi Arabia, in Hong Kong, in the Philippines, in China. And then I landed in Australia beginning of this year, around April.
Wow. Well, it sounds like an incredible journey. So as you just touched on there, ran your own business, obviously very successful, sold that obviously to the Schindler Group. And then you touched on obviously, I guess where you've worked around the world and globally. So are they some of the opportunities that people can have with the Schindler Group in terms of, I guess, international experience and opportunities within the Schindler Group?
Absolutely. We have people from Australia that are spread all around the globe with the organization. We have some apprentices, some cadets that are in Singapore. We have people in Switzerland, in South Korea, in North America, and as well we have Schindler people from other countries working here. We have also Schindler colleagues that are working in Australia from all around the world. So this is something that is very much part of the Schindler culture, to give people opportunities to work and exchange, experience with colleagues in other Schindler organizations around the planet. So that's something that we do all the time.
Wow, yeah. And I think from that point of view, obviously we've got students, career advisors, and obviously parents at the moment trying to work out, what students are going to do when they leave school. Are they going to university? Are they going to do an apprenticeship? We recently ran a very successful webinar for Schindler, introducing the apprenticeship program to obviously students and also their parents. So obviously the early entry point into your business is obviously the apprenticeship program, a very successful program and a very popular program. So from, I guess, students who perhaps maybe are interested in that apprenticeship program, Paolo, what is the opportunity outside of that? So they go through the apprenticeship program, they get their experience, they get their training, and then from that point when they finish, well, where can they go from there? Well, what are some of the pathways within, I guess, Schindler Group that students can expect to have?
Look, at the moment, 10% of our total workforce in the field is coming from the apprentice, from our apprentice. So we really believe this program is a core one for Schindler here in Australia. We have a kind of 96%, if I remember properly, success rate versus 45% in the country. So it's almost all our apprentices are continuing with Schindler, and they can start, of course, with technical roles, so being technician, doing maintenance, callback, or installation with us, and then they can become a supervisor, project managers. We give them along their career opportunities and training. So we are really helping them to find their career. Everyone has a different maybe preference, different orientation. Someone wants to remain in the technical area, some other are becoming more managers, some of them are going to sales maybe at point of their career. They move from existing installations, so maintenance and callback, to new installation, that is new projects. when we participate on the building on building the projects. And as I've done, right, I start with technical, and then I'm now a CEO, right?
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, incredible. And I think also in terms of, I guess if we look at, your experience, what's some advice that you can give? If you've got students out there who are listening to this and thinking, you know what, this seems like a fantastic opportunity, a business where I can start my career. You know, I think you look for students who have completed year 10, who are 16 and above, I think is what you're looking for. And obviously from a diversity perspective, that's obviously a big focus, I know, for you guys as well, making sure that you've got a diverse range of talent coming through the business. But what some advice can you give young people if they are interested in a program like this? What should they do? Is there any particular, traits that you're looking for, as a business to get these young people into these programs?
Definitely, we normally look for people that are technically oriented, I would say. So we are, the industry is very technical. On top of this, now we are really looking to the future. So we are really doing a huge investment in digitalizing all our services. We are working on remote monitoring all our equipment. So we manage data, we manage technical information. So for sure, someone that has a technical, let's say, orientation mindset, math is definitely one of our requirements. And one of the skills that are also, required to then reach the graduation at the end of the apprentice program. This is the area we are looking for. The business is very dynamic, it's changing very much. At this point of time, we are going digital with a lot of services. All our technicians in the field, they work with an iPhone that gives them all the info, the technical. They make all their work, check the technical documents through those platforms. So we really want someone, to be able to enter into the future.
Yeah. And I think, especially at the moment, Paolo, you would obviously be fully aware of, obviously, the pandemic, obviously around the world, which obviously is, making students be a little bit more, savvy in terms of, where they want to move into. Obviously, there's been some industries and businesses that have been quite affected. So now students are now really trying to make sure whichever area they move into, they want to make sure they're a robust business and industry to make sure that obviously it's not going to be a short-term, career potentially. So from your perspective, where do you see Schindler over the next, say, 10 or 5 to 10 years? Where do you see the business heading? And perhaps maybe from a skills perspective, some of the skills you think your business is going to need?
First of all, regarding Schindler and the business, this industry is very resilient, and we really tested now during the COVID pandemic worldwide. None of us can at the end renounce on vertical transportation. So we had to continue to serve our customers from shopping malls to residential, airports, hospital. So the industry itself is very resilient. So this is a message for the students, for their families. We only see the industry growing because also there are other trends that are driving the industry, right? The increase of population worldwide and the urbanization. That these are two main drivers as well for our industry. So the people is increasing, so there is more demand, and also the urbanization is increasing. So the movement from the countryside to the big cities is also increasing. So this make the industry really resilient to any sort of crisis, even the ones that we probably never thought before, like COVID right now.
Yeah.
This is one point, and the skills, as I mentioned before, is as a basic. Is a very technical industry, so we need people that are a little bit technically oriented and digital IT as well, because this is where we are going more and more in the future. So now we can really give you an application on your phone where you can book your elevator without touching the landing panel, for instance, and everything is monitored from remote, and all our equipments are technically complex, from mechanical, electrical, electronical, and software. So we have the entire range, so we can really then help the candidates eventually to focus on the area where they really can succeed more.
Yeah. And I think, if your students out there listening, especially if your students that are interested in STEM subjects and science, technology and maths and those types of areas, it's really important that you see organisations like Schindler, because they have these opportunities that are available to you. And really, again, this is a global opportunity potentially for you in your career. So I guess from Schindler's perspective, why is it so important that, I guess, Schindler is starting, that education process at school? Traditionally companies would wait for students to leave school. Now, majority of companies and obviously Schindler are getting into the school market. Why is it so important that Schindler get in there nice and early to make sure that obviously you're going to get the best young talent?
Because we are looking for the talent that are going to drive the company in the future. So we really want them to be ready. Because as I mentioned, the company is changing a lot, the business is changing, and we really want to have the best talents on board with us on time, because it takes a bit time, to learn the industry, to learn everything you need to know before you start. We should also highlight that somehow we are responsible for the life of the people we move, right? When we move someone in an elevator, we have a huge portion of our job that is around the safety circuits, safety mechanical equipments, etc. Right? So we take this very seriously. That's why, during the 4 years apprenticeship program, for instance, we really focus a lot around the safety and quality. These are core values that need a bit time for everyone, to really get aligned and to know everything you need before you start.
Absolutely. And I guess really finishing, what is it that you would like to tell students who maybe sitting there and thinking about this could be a career, or you've got career advisors out there talking to their students about maybe this opportunity, or parents. I guess from the managing director's point of view, what is it that you would like to tell career advisors, students and parents about, why they should consider working for you in the future?
I mentioned a few points already. The industry is a very interesting, very dynamic. The environment in Schindler is a very dynamic environment as well. Is a sort of big family, more than a company. Schindler is a big family. It still has all the values of the founding family, and on top of this, you can really shape your career. You can really define where you want to go, which are your preference, your orientation. You can really stay in a very technical area. You can also go in sales if at one point of your career you understand that you can be good also in sales. So there are a lot of opportunities, and is a business that will not enter in any sort of crisis for sure in the years to come.
Absolutely, and I think that's given us a really, really good understanding of obviously the Schindler Group Australia business in terms of I guess where the industry is going, the industry itself, the different types of opportunities that are available in the business, not only Australia but globally. And I guess, as you said, it's a business that obviously has its family values, and really it's the world's their oyster in terms of being able to shape their career, I guess, with Schindler. So we really appreciate your time today, Paolo. I think if students are out there and you're interested and you're getting excited about what Paolo is talking about, then obviously you can jump onto the Explore Careers website and obviously go to the Schindler profile and find out everything that you need to know about a future career, the apprenticeship program, or obviously go to the Schindler website. All the details will be below of this video that you can click on the links. But we really appreciate your time today, and we wish you, Paolo, your team, all the very best for the remainder of the year.
Thank you very much, Daniel, and we wait the students here very soon.
Great, thank you for your time.
Thank you.